Hey guys, the Robot Fighters here, and today we're actually going to talk about something that I want just to mention. And I noticed this when I bought them for the first time. So basically, let me tell you how this started. I don't know what year it was, but it was at a small Walmart. Yeah, at a small Walmart that I was at before. And of course, when I bought these birds, I noticed that, yep, my mom glued them, but that's not the case of these because, yep, that's the case of them. If you look at the wings on these, really flimsy, and that's why they came off. So we're going to talk about how I got these. I got these two at my local small Walmart, both of these in the same day. Of course, when I saw them, when I bought them, I noticed that the wings were a little bit flimsy, like I would expect them to be like really hard plastic. But if you look at the wings, I'm gonna use him as an example. Yep, those wings I'm moving, they're kind of flimsy. Nobody notices that, but I'm the one that notices that. So I'm folding it like this, and the plastic is kind of flimsy right there. It's kind of like, some people say that it looks flimsy. I was the one that noticed it because when a guy was reviewing a life-size witch, he actually talked about the pole that it has, and he said something about the pole being flimsy, so that gave me a little bit of a connection between the bird and that witch, because this bird, the wings are kind of flimsy. You can see that they pose a little bit. They're really sensitive, but the wingspan, like that, you notice that it's really flimsy. It opens, and it's supposed not to do that, because you'll notice that the wings are opening more than what we would expect it, and they're supposed to open at a certain direction. So notice how flimsy it is when I fold it like that. Yeah, right there. Now I'm gonna aim it at the light, because now the cages are fine. I'm gonna put him back where he actually belongs. So give me a second. You can see me that this cage, I call it the R2D2 cage, because check out the back. It looks like R2D2 right there. Looks like R2D2 from the back. The front, it's a cage, but the back looks like R2D2 on the back. So basically, I'm gonna put him back in that cage. And now, just to say this, to give you guys a little alert, this cage that I have here, the one on the left, the one that looks like R2D2, I got it from a friend, and she was the one that her grandson, either, because that's her grandma, and her grandson, he was the one that helped me start my YouTube channel. So, but she was the one that gave me this cage, this cage. This one came with a bird, but this was not the bird it came in. No, actually, this was actually the bird that came in it. So, this is actually the one that came with it. Yeah. Yeah, that is actually the bird that actually came with that cage. But I'm always putting it in this cage because, not because it's just different. It's because this cage has like a girlish look to it. Like it's, like for example, let's use Beats Bow and Beats Bow for example. This cage might be Beats Bow and this one might be Beats Bow by the looks of it. But by the color and design, this one let's use it as Beat Bell, and this one let's use it as Beat Bow. That's not their names, but that's how I decided to use these cages. Beat Bow and Beat Bell. Those are the Fisher Price items. And we're going to use these, in this case, as the releases. So this could be DJ Bouncin' Beats, and this one could be DJ Bouncin' Star, which I don't have her yet. But those are from Fisher Price. These are Moose Toys, but I was just doing a comparison between that and that. So be aware of that. So what I'm going to do is put her, let me see which one is that bird I grabbed. Oh, here she is. Here she is. So I'm going to put her, give me a second, let me put this one here. And there's the swing. You can see, wait, camera's down, so I'll show you. I already put her off camera because I can't barely do it with one hand. So yeah, that's how she goes on this side. But usually when you get her, you have to put her in the middle. When you have only one bird, you can actually put her in the middle of the swing like this. Let me show you here. You can see, remember, this cage is the one that I'm using for representing Beat Bell and DJ Bounce and Store. Now the reason why I do this is not because of their names, it's because of the color. Not only the color, but it's the design. It's kind of like what represents them. So you can see she's in the middle of the swing, but what we're gonna do is take her off like that, and then I'm gonna put her on this side, on the right side. Let me show you here. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna adjust her. There we go. I adjusted her. There we go. There we go. There she goes. Now she's attached. Now, what's the next step? Well, we're gonna grab her as well. And this is the one why I think the wings are flimsy. My mom actually put hot glue on them to actually glue the wings because as you saw the first one's wings, her wings, which are actually this one, as you can see she's in the cage, but her wings are flimsy like I demonstrated. But still, we glued them. Mom actually glued them with hot glue so that the wings don't come off easily, because previously when I had them, the wings came off because of how flimsy they were. And that happened like about this year. I think, yeah, it happened this year, but I don't know what day. So I'm going to put her back in this cage. And there we go. Hold on a second. Let me put her on the swing. There we go. Lock her in place. There we go. As you can tell, now this cage is filled because if I move the swing, yep, as you noticed, the birds are actually inserted in there. It's kind of similar to how it could be in an actual cage, but that's how I placed it. So I'm going to close this cage. Wait, I'm gonna do it slow. Actually, whose wire is this? Oh wait, that's actually my iPhone wire. That's from my iPhone. Yep, that iPhone got stuck in there. The wire for the charging cables. Yeah, that wire got stuck, so I'm gonna close it for a second. Here we go. Let me take this off. Here we go. Close it. There we go. And now lock it. There we go. Oh yes, and this one's cage, the lock is kind of loose. Soon I have to screw that piece in there because it's very loose in comparison to this one. This is the one that I represented with Beat Boat / DJ Bounce and Beats because I used it as like the design. So this is actually like, that's not really as loose as the other one. This one is like pretty good. But let me show you the birds here. So he has the same issue. If you look at his wings are really flimsy, as you notice that. Yep. Yep. Pretty flimsy as well. So if I fold it, and yeah, you can see that the wing is actually going to pop off right away because of how bad it is. So how flimsy it is. You can see this one isn't popping off, but this one is. So that's my little complaint about these. I never made a video on this complaint, but now I decided to now. Okay. Let me put it on the off. Now these three, so she, right here, the one on the right, she is the only one that has batteries because the others have the broken compartment. So she doesn't have the battery compartment. Yeah. They have like the battery compartment inserted, but they don't have them inserted because one of the springs is actually broken. And now let me put him in here because, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me show you what I mean, okay? So I'm gonna put him on this side right here, like. Wait. Here we go. Like this. And yes, at a thrift store, I found a cage with an actual plastic piece that is kind of like for the brand new in the box, but there was no bird in there. Yeah, good thing I didn't buy it because these are the only 2 cages I wanted. And because I have 4 birds, I wanted to divide them all. And yes, that's how the wings look on that one. But if you look at this one, let me show you here. Let me get the last bird. This one doesn't have its wings on because it is actually broken, and because of that, Mom tried gluing it. Mom glued it with hot glue, and the wings still came off. So let me show you how they look for a second. Let me grab one. Okay, so this is like the wings that go into which side. So this is actually the right side. So what I'm gonna show you is hold on a second. Let me just check. Give me a second. Oh, see? Now he fell off. He actually fell off. So let me check if I can fix it. Yep, he fell off. So let me give me a second, guys. Give me a minute. Let me just adjust things. No, let me just adjust him. There we go. Okay. There we go. We have that there. Okay. Now for him. Okay, let me make sure I have it there. Okay. So yeah. This one doesn't have its wings attached because it has hot glue on there. So I was the one that figured that out right now. When the wings came off, I was the one that figured out that they didn't stay on. So let me show you what the wings actually look like. Because Mom and I... Oh, sorry about that. I dropped my phone. Let me show you. The wings, one more time. The wings look like this. And watch. Extremely flimsy. As you can see, I'm moving my hand like that. And it's really flimsy. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to mention about this toy. So, if you guys have anything to mention about these, feel free to put it in the comments below, because even though I recommend you guys owning these when they came out, good thing you guys owned them. But the thing that you shouldn't pay attention, or what your parents should pay attention to, is actually the wings, because that's a main issue that was actually confirmed that I did notice. So I did not mention that in my channel at all. So yeah. Hope you guys have watched this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.